Boys, what's good? Today I'm going to be showing y'all how to make a wavy Cochise type beat. Gonna be putting kind of a new jazz spin on it. He's only got like one or two songs I'd classify as new jazz, so I'm going to try to align my sound selection with something that's more fitting of his style over anything else. Also, my right eye's kind of cooked right now. If you're wondering, no, I didn't throw hands with Prod Dingle. Your boy just caught a stray booty flake or something. Alright, I'm going to start off with opening Surge XT, try to lay down some wavy chords, find a sound I like. Lower the velocity in Surge XT a little bit if you want it to hit kind of softer. So you see how we had it higher here? It's like very harsh, very punchy. Drop it down a little bit. Smooth. Like that. Kind of just adding a bass line underneath what we have already. Probably use these for the root notes when I'm doing 808s. Let's find another sound, layer this with. I'm gonna go into one of VSTs Kits. A little copy paste. I think I'm gonna just leave the plucks on the main keys. A little too stabby. I wanna make this smoother. Like the effects on this, but I think I'm going to do my own on the main synth that we have. So I'm just going to bypass them here and then do my own thing. Going back into Surge here, find a lead, and I think I'm just going to new jazz it. The pattern's cool. Probably going to pick a different sound though. Let's hit a little counter lead. Back to Surge XT, you know it already. Let's go. So you can tell that first higher octave pattern is hitting way harder than the lower octave pattern. There's a couple things you can do, but for the sake of this one, I'm just gonna render it to audio and manually turn down the volume. So come right here, right click this, quick render it as an audio clip. You can just see in the waveform that that higher octave is much louder. Really just gonna try and more or less match the waveform of the second half here. I'm gonna actually route the higher octave one to a separate mixer track, and I'm gonna cut out some of that harshness in the highs. So for this next section, I'm gonna try and find a lead. There's an electric guitar preset that I really like in here. I'm gonna add a little automated tremolo so it rises up as that last note of the guitar plays out, give it more of a realistic feel. So you can just open up Gross Beat. You'll see right here in the default presets down here, you have two tremolo options. We're gonna rock with tremolo slow for this one. And we're just gonna have it slowly rise up. We're gonna keep it off for the beginning, and then we're gonna have it slowly rise up to full. So it's pretty subtle, but you can hear that it's adding a little bit of that flange, that almost like someone's pulling on the chords when they're strumming that out. And I'm adding a little section here at the end of the pattern, so it's kind of transitioning at the end of this little lead right here. So pull the MIDI back up. Let's render this back to audio. It's back to the same mixer channel. And then we're gonna do another lead right here. Oh, and guess what plugin we're opening? Let's check out what we got in the plug section here. Try this ultraviolet sound. I'm gonna turn the release down. I'm gonna grab our root notes here, paste these over. clap a little bit bigger, a little bit thicker. So I'm gonna go to BB Tubes here. Goated plugin, Waves plugin, by the way. I highly suggest copping it if you guys don't have it already. It's basically just a saturation plugin. It gives you two different types of saturation you can work with. It has Beauty and it has Beast here. Beast is kind of like a harsh, gritty, clippy distortion, where Beauty is like a smoother, cooler distortion. I like using this for drums. I like using this for vocals. I like using it for 808s. And then of course the dry wet mix knob here for like how strong you want the saturation to hit is also really useful. Snare bigness. I like using this a lot for like my main claps and my main snares. Let's add in a Vox here. So I'm going to add a counter lead in this section to sort of fill the spaces when this pluck lead's not playing. Might just try and glide these. So I'm going to go into the sample itself here. I'm going to click on the little wrench. I'm going to turn on porta and mono. I'm going to set the max to 1, and then I'm just going to adjust the slide knob until I get the feel that I want. Got it where I want it. I'm gonna swap headphones to my usual sound source. I'm actually just using these today to record. My mix levels and everything might sound a little bit off from usual. So I'm gonna swap headphones, mix it a little bit, do some transitions, do the arrangement, be adding a couple effects as well. So yeah. Alright, took a quick break. We came back, mixed it, arranged it, did some automation. So yeah, it's pretty much done. Let's play it out.